Hello my people, hi. Today we have a video that's a little bit different. Ignore the sweater because I am about to turn straight. I'm going to be reading a book that will help me overcome my gayness. I saw so many LGBTQ plus kids getting this for Christmas or Hanukkah, if you're like me, and it broke my heart. It really did. So I decided, I'm gonna see what this book is about, this book that is being used to turn kids straight. I don't know if you know this about me or my channel, but I basically invented homosexuality. Just kidding, I didn't. Even before I came out, my channel was one of the gayest channels I've ever seen. It's gonna take a lot to turn me straight, but let's see what this book is about. I just feel bad that so many kids have to go through this trauma. It's my role to protect my people. I'm your mother, I'm the fun gay aunt. Whatever role you want, I'm daddy. It's been too long since I've said that. Also, if you're watching this and you've not streamed I Killed Peter Pan, do it. He needed to die. I don't want to give context if you haven't seen the music video because it's funny for people to be confused. Subscribe if you're new, it's really fun here. Hi, I'm Jessie. It's like a drug now! I feel like Walmart Emma Chamberlain, but Walmart's great. She's like the Louis Vuitton version though. Today I'm going to be reading a book called Gay Girl, Good God. I'm going to challenge myself to read and let you know what I think. So let's go. Here's the book. Gay Girl, Good God. Yep, you heard that right. So basically the author of this book used to be a lesbian because it's a choice. In Gay Girl, Good God, author Jackie Hill Perry shares her own story, offering practical tools that helped her in the process of finding wholeness. Because I'm not gonna lie, being out as a gay woman in the world feels extremely empty. Jackie grew up fatherless. There were quite a few references to a lack of a father figure attributing to being gay. It's a disease, There's all these symptoms that people have and things that they experience that make them gay. They're not just gay, It's a choice. Experienced gender confusion and embraced both masculinity and homosexuality with every fiber of her being. Oh my God. A woman that isn't only expressing herself in a feminine way.
Disgusting.
Read in order to understand, read in order to hope, or read in order, like Jackie, to be made new. Because coming out isn't gonna make you feel new and finally living your truth. No, it's gonna be going back in the closet. That's how you're made new. Duh, I shouldn't have known that. Okay, sorry. I will read through this and highlight certain parts. Am I looking forward to this? No, but am I looking forward to this? Get it? I'm really funny, guys. Okay, anyways, sorry. That was a bad joke, which means that it was gay, because being gay is bad. Okay. She encourages those that are hesitant to turn the page because of her perspective on the truth and to keep reading. So you know what? I'm gonna pull through. There are others who only know of the hetero love. Could not be me. This book is pretty religious and Christian. I don't know how many of you know this, but I am Jewish. So obviously I'm coming at this with a different standpoint, and obviously there's many people that are religious and not homophobic at the same time that are Christian. So I want to make that very clear. So if I'm attacking any of these points and they're very Christian, know that I'm not saying that all religion is silly and homophobic, because that's not true. I'm just, in this context, trying to debunk how it can't be used to say homosexuality is bad. Sorry for the mess, guys.
With your highlighter and everything.
I'm a student. I'm trying to learn how to be straight. My love for the LGBTQ community makes me desperate for them to know God. She's doing this because she cares about the community, know. Sorry if you hear the cats in the back. They're being a little nuts today. They're boyfriends. They have to read this book actually as well. They have to read Gay Boy, good God. I'm like underneath these photos of my roommate and I like basically naked and like being gay while I'm like reading this. We have chapter 1. Chapter 1 is called 2006. We went back in time to Jackie's gay origin story and we find out about a love interest of hers that basically asked her to be her girlfriend. She's talking about this first girlfriend and she said, quote unquote, she didn't hide her lesbianism in the hallways. Yeah, if you knew anything about her family, you know those hips belong to her mama. Maybe it's just me,
Sounds
but like-
gay to me.
Sounds pretty gay to me. She's not gay anymore. So when she said to her girlfriend was, girl, don't play with me like that, I ain't gay. The sentence after that is, I sounded so straight. If you had to clarify that you had to work to sound straight.
You didn't sound straight.
I think people knew. She's talking a lot about how people use gay slurs and, you know, it was not easy to be out as gay. With the context of this book, it feels like she's trying to instill fear. Because I feel like you could use an anecdote like this and you could use it and be like, you know, it's not easy to come out as gay. But she is literally saying it's not easy to come out as gay. Don't do it. This feels like it would be someone that isn't anti-LGBT talking about their story. But
That's
with the
what's
context,
scary about it.
yeah, that's what's scary about it. I feel like she's using how comfortable it was to stay in the closet as a way to convince people not to. Or she's trying to like get on your level. Like, you know, I know it's really difficult to come out and it's way
She's
easier.
gaslighting you.
She's playing with your feelings and instilling fear. Let's get on to chapter 2. Chapter 2, we're getting a little more backstory. When she first realized she was attracted to women, it says she was attracted to women before she even knew how to spell her name.
You know what she's doing? She's saying, I know what you're thinking. Holy I'm pretty gay right now.
I can't disagree with you. And then there's many pages of discussing the story of Adam and Eve. She states as a fact, not as a, this might be why you are homosexual. This is her fact. Everyone born after Adam inherited it. Sins, basically, being a sinner. And just like Eve, I from birth would experience the remnants of her dealing with the serpent. That's why she's gay. So Eve never saw that serpent.
She'd never be homosexual.
Basically, if you are gay and you're watching this, LGBTQ+, it's not from your own choice. It's actually something that happened in 6000 BC. That's the
Right.
reason why you're gay.
It's not because, you're attracted to women. It's,
Because you were dealing with the remnants of Eve and you know what she went through with that serpent and Daddy Satan. So far I'm not feeling straight. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty cisgender, to be honest.
Gotcha. Chapter 3 takes place in 1988 and we are basically telling the story of her parents. The mom wanted an abortion. Let me make it clear what her opinion on abortion is. Abortion was still evil and had always been. She justifies it with is God had orchestrated this conception, especially for her.
What,
She's
is she
very
Mother Mary or something?
her goal is to write gay girl, good God, gay God, gay girl, gay God.
Gay God, good girl. Gay girl on top, good girl on the bottom.
God, all-knowing, maker of man, creator of life, had orchestrated my conception. He had chosen me before the foundation of the world to know him, and no one, not my mother, my father, or even me, would get in his way. I literally think she's like the chosen one. She read Harry Potter like once. Outfit change, sweatshirt from Positive Pride that says, oh my, there's so much cat hair on this. Kill homophobia with cuteness.
I was laughing at all of this that's happening. The cats, the homophobic book, the annotating.
Day in life. We're going back to 2006. She is basically having moments with this woman. This is what you've always wanted to do, I thought to myself. The little moments of intimacy with women, such as a friend hugging me in the hallway or grabbing my arm during a short flash of laughter, always felt good and somewhat addictive. Like, a friend grabs you while they're laughing and you're like, that's pretty LGBTQ+. Our closeness was unlike how preachers had described it. They said it was a natural, sometimes following it up with a clever rhyme about how God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. What they called strange felt more natural to me than heterosexuality had ever been. And also after this, by the way, the girl said, clearly you've always been gay. Wow. I don't really know how you get from that point to being straight. Like, that's pretty gay. Let's continue. She's talking about how she found a community specific. Oh Oh my god, cats! She found a community, like a queer black community, and you know, they had like their own terminology and so on and so forth. She's just going through that, it's great. And then she's saying she did not want to dress masculine. Girls she dated made her do it. And then she goes into like some really gendered stuff about how
God makes people male and female.
which means that she was not wearing the right clothing for the body she was born in, and that's also considered a sin, by the way.
Oh.
It's just like so gendered. Ugh, I don't like this. Okay, this is a lip liner, not a highlighter. Her hands, head, face, legs, hips, hormones, private parts, voice, feet, fingers, feelings, they were all made by him and for him. Apparently this body was never mine to begin with. Because that's what we should be teaching people, right? Your body's not yours. Nope. I should have kept this in mind when I had an eating disorder. So far I'm like halfway through the book and I'm still I'm still straight. I'm still not feeling any less gay. I'm hitting a breaking point. I am. We go into her mother and if her mother knew that she was gay, and she talks about, you know, it's difficult. She's scared of disappointment from her mom, you know, again, being vulnerable, but not for the right reasons. Closets were made for clothes, not people. Why is that like something that would be like in like a Love Simon edit? She keeps avoiding God, but she feels like God is calling her. Personally. How would God have all this time on his hands? Damn. We're on part 2 of this book. I'm quickly gonna go over this incredible chapter. This was a turning point, and maybe this will be a turning point for me in my own life. I thought, and who wants to live like that? Being in a relationship with a man in the name of God.
Ew, yeah, I agree.
God was not calling me to be straight. He was calling me to himself. She's trying to like ease people into the idea of it, you know what I mean? By not being so blunt. I would not be miraculously made into a woman that didn't like women. I'd be made into a woman that loved God more than anything. See, like, it's like, no, it's not this. Even though it is this. Allowing my sexuality to rule me was a
Death sentence!
So was everything else. Poetic. Very The Fault in Our Stars. And then basically, God comes to her rescue. She's starting to wear women's clothing again because, you know, to dress more masculine.
That is a sin.
And is denying what God gave you at birth. Sounds transphobic. When Jesus died and rose, he gave you the power to defeat sin. I'm no longer gay now that I know Jesus did that. Ugh, I'm exhausted from reading this. She's trying to get into dating men. How do you think it's going in chapter 12? How do you think it's
Probably
going?
going badly. I know for me it does.
I remember how different it felt to hug a woman whose face didn't bear the fruit of testosterone.
The fruit?
The fruit.
There's no fruit.
What? She's with this new guy. She said to him, like, I don't understand why I'm not with women because I don't want to be with you. Waking up to fight another day was only half the battle. I don't think that a relationship should be that hard. All right, I'm gonna go a little faster now because I'm going crazy from reading this. Loving women was an easy thing for me. I didn't have to work to give them me. Yikes.
This poor girl, honestly.
I know, I kind of feel bad.
She's done so much convincing to herself that who she is wrong, and it's so sad.
LGBT culture, not the community, culture now, has done an excellent job of renewing, or should I say destroying, the mind of many. My brain is gone. My psychiatrist would say so too. Mainly by consistently using words as their greatest tool in their efforts to draw people into finding greater joy and identifying with their sin, rather than their creator. She's really like, stop making it a personality trait. Make being created by God your personality trait.
Like, also, you know what one sentence would completely negate this whole book? If God,
Love thy
if God
neighbor.
is perfect and God creates perfection, who we are is perfect.
This book ends with, so may we all preach the news that it is good for a reason, for it proclaims to the world that Jesus has come, so that all sinners, same-sex attracted and opposite-sex attracted, can be forgiven of their sins, to love God and enjoy him forever.
Why are you clapping?
Those claps were sarcastic. Here, I'll make them more obviously sarcastic. So do you think that I'm turned straight now?
No.
Was I convinced?
No.
If you have been through some of these really traumatic things that were mentioned in this book, if your father was not there for you, if you have experienced homophobia from your classmates, I just want you to know that none of these are reasons to try to force yourself to be straight in the name of loving God. If you're a religious person, if God created you, wouldn't loving yourself also be a sign of loving God? So I'm so delirious from this. I am happy to announce to you all that I am straight.
Ew. As you talk about this, like there's a whole
The
gay love
cats.
scene behind you.
That book made my cats gay.
They were gay before that.
I love my people. I will feature your pages on the screen and your posts. I'm glad we have this shared trauma now. The cats say goodbye. They're still being gay in the corner because that book made them gay somehow.
They were gay before this.
I'm trying to make a point. Let's do a more fun video next week. I feel
This
dead
was
inside.
so fun.